Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Friday, first day of August. Hey, if you're new to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour, glad you're here joining us on the Friday as we head into the weekend slate. I hope you enjoyed the Hall of Fame game. Real exciting. Real exciting for Trey Lance. He looked good. There's the Trey Lance that I think the 49ers thought they were going to get way back when they drafted him in his first year. That's bright. That's good. I'm happy to see that for Trey Lance, that he's because I know that us included, we're not the only ones that have been, well, me included. I can't speak for Ramon, but I know I've been a little bit hard on this guy as he's been trying to progress, right? And he's been dumped from team to team, and he looked real good last night. I give it to him there in the Hall of Fame game. Shout out him. Hopefully, he can continue his progress in the right direction because I wish him the best and the Chargers the best. We know he's going to be riding the bench, barring any injuries, but still. Nice to see him progress, moving upwards, and hey, the NFL's back as well. Hey, we got some MLB go off early. We still got a dozen games tonight and big slate of WNBA to look at. So we'll do that. The 2 R's coming at you, and we'll get to some games. We'll find us some winners. Let's head on over to Ramon and see how his Friday days rolling along. How his Thursday was, but we'll see how he's doing. How you doing here, Ramon?
I brought you a bunch of winners when you weren't here. You were busy and did a great job producing the show. I did bring a bunch of winners here on the show yesterday, so including that NFL game there with the Chargers yesterday. And look, I think for Lance, that's what happens when you put a guy maybe with a little bit of talent. Maybe he hasn't had the right, I don't want to say coaching. I want to go there. I mean, we know Dallas is a little bit of a mess here at this point for other reasons, maybe. But I think when you got a guy like Harbaugh, who maybe is one of those quarterback whisperer kind of guys there, and you got a guy with no doubt, you saw the talent on display. I don't know, maybe could end up north of the border one day with Lance there, but still, he might have the lead there in the job to hold the clipboard. But man, we gave out, we on the show yesterday, we talked about it. I said Chargers, Lambert Smith, he's the guy you want to look to. He scored a touchdown, looked terrific, 5th-round draft choice. Looks like he's going to make the team. Chargers actually said today they're going to talk to Keenan Allen, though, about coming back. And we also had Kamani Badal on the show, and just a couple of players. I didn't give out a prop. I just said watch these guys for the Chargers, and he scored a touchdown too, and was pretty much one of the players of the game. So try to do it again here on the show with you and I today with this Friday card. We're heading into our sports betting weekend. And I had a winner. Oh, yeah. I had a winner already today. Boom, winner in the first game. They're under in that Cincinnati-Atlanta game, Rod.
Nice. Yeah, I did touch that in the morning slate of the MLB. Rolling there. 1-0 win for Cubs. That was the fastest game. I didn't even know the time, how long that game took, but I looked. It was 1-0, and the next thing you know, the game was over. And I was like, this game's what the heck? I didn't get a chance to see how long it went, but I don't think that thing went more than 2 hours.
Very quick. And in that other game, too, it took some guts to go under after that 12-11 game the previous day. But, you get these games here. And remember, Atlanta and Cincinnati, they're heading off to Tennessee to play a game tomorrow. So that's why they had to play early.
Played early, and then definitely was good out there, right? We've seen some of those big games where it's like people tend to think that just because you see 27 runs in a game previous, it doesn't always equate to the next one following up means 128 points or 128 runs the next game, right? It's just sometimes the opposite happens and you get 1-0. Like sometimes today is 3-2.
Throw out the extra inning. Most of the innings, I don't know, this is a weird, dumb way to put it probably, but most of the innings in that Atlanta-Cincinnati game yesterday were all zeros, except for the 2 snowmen there in the 8th inning, the 8 and 8. So there was a lot of scoreless innings. Just in one run, they scored 16 runs in one inning.
In one inning, right? 16 in one inning. I don't know what the record is for runs in an inning, but that's got to be close to busting it if it didn't bust it.
Good point. You wonder, it's got to be. I imagine there's something, but not today. You don't see it like that. Yep.
That's what it does sound like. What? Rod Z 149. I don't know what's a 149, but for $1.49, got a lot for $1.49 lately. There's some free water. I don't know what he's meaning there, Justin, at $1.49. I'm thinking he's a minute 49. That was the game. Oh, nice. See, it was under 2 hours. It was 1 hour and 49 minutes was that Cubs game. That was $1.49. Thanks, Justin, for that. See, I kind of figured it was like so quick. That's what that was. Shout out to Justin. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's 1 minute, hour 49 minutes. Wow.
That's right out of 1977. Back when they used to have those guys, they'd pitch the whole game,
Right. Good game there. If you like defensive style, old school baseball, I like that type of game. It was good. Get in, get out, enjoy the game, and we got out. I wish I would have made a bet on that one, but I did not. But let's find some spots to.
The beer vendors, Rod. The beer vendors didn't like that one. Didn't like it.
No, because they you didn't get enough lad. You're going, and it was just too fast. The guy trying to get nine beer and 9 hot dogs in 9 innings. Man, was he on a time crunch? He definitely didn't get his full 2 hours.
TJ Watt. Watt did it, right? Watt did the 9 hot dog, 9 beer challenge.
I think he ripped it up in like 5 innings. I think he was good to go in like 5 innings. By the 5th inning, I think he was done and had that challenge beat. No problem at all. So, congratulations, TJ Watt. He was in Milwaukee too, wasn't he? I think he was drinking beer in Milwaukee. I think is where he was drinking it up. I'm quite sure he was. So, definitely a good place to do it. So, let's get to it. Let's get it over to the diamond to get it started today. We'll break it up into 3 groups of 4. We got, speaking of Milwaukee, we got Quintiana taking on Parker and the Nationals to kick us off. We got the Tigers taking on the Phillies. Hey, we got the Royals heading into Toronto to take on the Blue Jays for a series this weekend. And then we got the Giants taking on the Mets. What do you like here in the first block, Ramo?
Okay, I'll grab a couple here with the show today since just you and I. Won't take up anybody's plays or anything. I'm going to go with Phillies on the run line here with Suarez today against Flaherty. Look, I still think the Tigers are still battling with themselves, it feels like, here to get things kind of on track. And I think when you got a guy like Suarez in here as well as he's been this season with that 2.4 ERA, some of the best numbers in the league. It feels like I like him here in this one. I'm worried about the Tigers getting it together here right now. That little slump that they had, maybe they're starting to peek their head up and get it going here. But against Suarez today, I'm going to lay the run line here with a little bit of plus money, feeling a little greedy here on a Friday, and I'll take the Phillies on the run line. Also, I'll go to your Jays tonight. Yeah, we're seeing my man Gausman in there. Don't be down on this guy for sure, right? I mean, hey, if you had to take this, hey, I think we have a playoff rotation now for the Blue Jays. Kind of, when you get down to the 3 guys, Gausman's got to be in there. He's up against a good pitcher and Michael Wacha for sure. And maybe the Blue Jays, Rod, could be a little overpriced actually in this matchup. I know it's not a great matchup for Kansas City, but I'm going to go under here in this one. In fact, I just saw it just as we were coming on the air, right before I logged on with you. I think it dipped a little bit again here down to 8 under. I'm seeing 7.5 over even at a few books right now. I've got the under here with Kansas City and Toronto.
And for me here in this first one I'm looking at is give me the under 8.5 there. Milwaukee and Washington. Mitchell Parker at home. He deals. Slows up this Milwaukee offense. Hey, Milwaukee's been trending to the over 6-4 to the over the last 10. Washington cooled off a little bit as July was over. Here, I think August is going to be a little bit less, move back a little bit. We know when they got rid of some relievers in that pen, did Washington, but I still think no worries there. I think Quintana, that's the key here. I think he goes 6 innings. And Quintana, when you see out on the road, in his career versus the NL East, he's 12-0 to the under. So I'm going to take the under 8.5 there with Quintana and the Brew Crew heading on the road in that one. 12-0 on the road, can't fade on there. I think it's a low-scoring one. I think it's 1-4, 1-5 at best. Feels like a 5-1 type game there. Lean to the Brewers to get the job done as well. They're just playing the better baseball. And the other one I'm looking at in this spot is man, I want to. You look at Robbie Ray on the bump there. He's been rolling right along. It's a nice plus price. I can't do it. The San Francisco squad he may deal and roll along, but the problem is, can you get enough run support? to back him. I think Ray deals. I think Pedersen deals. At 8 would lead to an under, but I think the Mets get the job done there with Pedersen against the Giants. I just think the offense is better, and you see two teams going in different directions. So I'll take the Mets in that one.
I just saw the umpire assignments too. They got the blue behind home plate tonight, 7-14 to the under.
Nice. So definitely lead to a pitcher's duel now. Ray and Pedersen should be a good one. First to 3. See a couple there early, couple unders. All right, let's head on to the middle block. We got 4 more for you. We got the Twins taking on the Guardians. Astros taking on Boston. Ooh, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Is that Cooper Criswell? Is he getting the start for Boston?
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen that guy in a little bit, but hey, he's getting the start. I guess might as well get him warmed up, getting early. We'll see how he's doing. Opener for somebody, or is it a bullpen game? Like a bullpen game. You got Hunter downtown Brown and the Hunter Brown on the other side there for the Astros, so should be an interesting one in that one. We got the Yankees, Carlos Rodon taking on Jansen Junk. Should be a good one there. And then we got the Dodgers, Kershaw taking on Shane Baz and the Rays. What do you like there in the middle block there, Ramon?
I'll take the middle 2, Rod, of the 4 you just mentioned. I'll go to Yankees and Miami. Junk, he's one of our favorite guys, right? We were on board with all the jokes at first, but now the joke's on us, or maybe the Funsters, because he's been looking pretty good for sure. 3.43 ERA, another Miami pitcher here, right? To probably become pretty good and just waste away there in Miami. We'll give him some credit here right now. Still just a couple games under 500, but with Rodon going as well, I mean, very solid 7-15 to the under so far this season. We know the numbers are good. Not just a 3.18 ERA, super solid, but a 104 whip, 189 batting average against, and a 230 BABIP shows no fluke. Rodon's having a great year. The older he gets, the better he gets maybe here right now. We know the Yankees are going to have to rely on that pitching a little bit right now while they try to get through the Judge situation, but hey, they may they're trying to bulk it up too. But look, I think Junk's going to have – I think he might have a real good game here. I'm not going to sweat this one too much. I might even be rolling a little bit with those Marlins. I know we kind of favor them a little, and that price isn't too bad. But it's under for me, Rod, actually, in that game at – currently 7.5, maybe shaded slightly the over. And I'll go to Tampa Bay, and I'm going with Tampa tonight against the Dodgers with Baz in here. I know I thought I was going to be all tricky and say I might want him for a premium, but I think the value's out the window here, Rod. I think either the Sharps, maybe the public, I don't know, or the public loving Tampa Bay. This price is down from $1.45 or higher down to $1.25. So unless all the squares are in here loading up on Tampa Bay, I'm taking them. I think I've lost some value there, so I'm going to use it as my play here on the show. I like the Rays with Baz over Kershaw tonight. Sounds like it could be a little bit of a pitcher's duel here.
I don't know if it's just I see Kershaw, and I want to take the over every time I see him. I just want to take the over. I can't help myself. I see Kershaw starts, and for some reason, I'm like, over. He has pitched well a little bit over his last 2 starts. I'll give him that, but I don't know. For some reason, I see Kershaw, and I expect over. We know what the Dodgers bullpen has been a scary situation, so they could give up some runs. And I think Tampa Bay, maybe even if they do the bulk of the heavy lifting at 9, I think we can get to 10 runs there, Ramon. I'm going to take the over in that one. I think we see some offense. And another one I like here, look at this one, total of 7. Twins and Guardians, expect a pitcher's duel there. But Gavin Williams at home, I just don't like what I see from him at -120. I don't like it. I'm going to take Joe Ryan and the Twins here. To get the job done. I think Joe Ryan has himself a good start. I also like the unders. I said Joe Ryan in starts on the road when he's on the money line between a +125 and a -125 this year. 6-0 to that under. So I think he has himself a good deal. And even when the total's between 7 and 8.5, he's 6-0 to that under. First to 3 wins that one. I lean to the Twins to get the job done.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yesterday, Rod, when we were on the show and all the trades were flying, and I was trying to tell Ron what I saw, and there definitely was a talk about Ryan. I mean, I think everybody knows Ryan was but the Twins were the only one to kind of send out a tweet. We saw all the players moving. Welcome to this team. Welcome to that team. the Twins tweet said, Joe Ryan's on the Minnesota Twins. Like, I make no mistake about it. We want to keep Joe Ryan.
And I think they had to
make a point of that. So that was funny, though. Because it looked like he was headed to Boston or something, and they said, no.
Yeah, no, we're keeping this guy. He's staying here, so I think he has himself a good start. He's feeling good. It feels good when your team backs you and doesn't want to ditch you out on a trade at a last-minute trade deadline, sometimes just to try to get some value back for you. That means they are believers in Ryan, and I think that makes him feel good tonight. Right? Yeah. They were big sellers. The Twins got rid of him, so surprisingly that he's still sticking around. That means they like him to stick around for more than just the rest of the season. Otherwise, I think they would have traded him. Or sometimes that offer just isn't right. Right? We think some of these pitchers, I think the price tag was just a bit too high for there was no value for anybody trying to scoop up some of these guys. Or we know what baseball does. They try to fleece the other team and be like, yeah, I got you. I got that guy for cheap. You took my bag of balls, and they were used balls as well. So I know we've seen some of those as well. But there were a lot.
Not my man AJ Preller. He'll send you a gift basket with your pick. With your
you got a fruit basket. You get a fruit basket. You get a fruit basket.
Hey, this isn't a date with Derek Jeter, all right?
Hey, I'm sorry, I can't pull that trigger for anybody getting you a date with Derek Jeter. No, can't do that. We know we would try. We sure would try, wouldn't we, Mo? But nope. So let's head on to the late night slate. 5 games left on the board. We got Pittsburgh taking on Colorado. We got the White Sox taking on the Angels. We got St. Louis taking on your Padres. We got Arizona with DeSclafani getting the start there for Arizona. We got the taking on the Athletics, and then finish off the board. We got Texas taking on Seattle. I don't know, Ramon, what do you got for us in this late night block?
Well, maybe I'll leave you with the good games, or maybe you like these games too. But I'm going to go over tonight with Smith in here right now. I think it's still Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just confirm it's still here. I know they were jostling around that pitching there, but looks like Smith is on the mound here still for the White Sox tonight against Tyler Anderson. So, hey, I got to go over here in this one in Anaheim. It is a high number here at 9.5, shaded to the under. But I know we've liked Smith a little bit, but we're on the road here against this Angels team that's definitely doing some hitting here tonight, and they're favored. So Anderson's been okay here, but still a 4.4 ERA, and the White Sox are definitely playing. Well, I still think they're playing their best baseball of the season right now. So I'm going to go over in this one at 9.5, and I will head on down there to take a look at DeSclafani and Lopez. Lopez survived. He stays there with the A's. I know, my Padres they might have overpaid a little bit to get Miller, but that's what they do. So, but I'm still going to try the under here with Lopez going 4.29 ERA here. And DeSclafani, probably mostly an opener, but yeah, good to see him back. I think he's made one start already this season. How it won a few weeks back, maybe it was. We know he missed all of 24, so good to see him back in there. I'm going to try the under, though, at 9.5 here with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Athletics, the homeless, as you like to say.
Yes, it's the homeless people. I like to say, don't worry. They'll. We got all the park benches are open for the homeless to sleep on. We have no problem there with them rolling. For me, I'm going to look at that Pittsburgh game, Ron. Normally I like to see that a little bit higher for the Rockies. They're only getting about a plus 118, plus 19. Come down a little bit. I know some money's coming on these Rockies, but it's a fade of Heaney, I think, here in the Pirates in this spot. Just one of those spots. And you know what? I'm kind of with them. You can find this little plus 118, or I'll get you a number in a second here that I bet. I'm taking the minus 1.5 here with the Rockies. Give me the reverse line here. I'm going to lay it. I think Colorado does win by 2+. I think they smack around Pittsburgh here in this spot. It's just one of these spots. You look at Colorado at home. I know, as they alluded to, it's versus the lefties. They're 3-26 versus the lefties.
I've already been scolded too for it, but I'm with you. I'm with you today on that one. I know I've already been scolded on the lefty record with Colorado, but I'm doing it.
Definitely. You bet against Heaney and road starts on the money line versus an NL team that's batting average is 255 or worse. Why? Heaney's 0-5 over the last 0-7 in his last 2 seasons on the road versus teams in the spot. So that is Colorado. That fits where I want. And guess what the average score is in that one, Ramon? 6-2 for the opponents going against Heaney. So I'm going to take the extended. Give me the -2.5. I think the Rockies win by 2+ there.
3-21 is bad, but so is 28-80. That's their record.
Yeah, right. So it's and what Pittsburgh is 16-37 on the road. Yeah, I'll take a shot there for with the Rockies. I think they can get to 8, and if they get to 8, then everybody gets tackles on Friday night. So hey, woo, let's get Colorado. Another one I'm looking at here is give me the over 10, Arizona and the Athletics. I know Arizona definitely lost a whole lot, but with Mr. Lopez on the bump, I think he can serve it up. And good old Disc Alfani. I think the Athletics might do the bulk of the heavy lifting. But at 10, I think that's a little light. I think we can easily get over that total in that one. And that's it for me in the MLB. Definitely not my favorite slate in the MLB going tonight. All right, that wraps up baseball. Let's head on over to the W, where they decided we should slap 5 games at you here on a Friday night. So, hey, let's get to it. See some line moves here. I'm looking at the Valkyries heading into take on the Sky. I see the Valkyries laying 6. I see the Mercury heading in to take on Atlanta. This was at 3.5. I see this morning it went up to 4.5. It's come back down now a little, down to 4 for the Mercury. And then we got the Liberty heading into take on the Sun. Liberty laying 11.5 there. Total wise, I see it up to 172 in places. And then we got the Fever into Dallas. Fever laying 4 now in that matchup. Total up to 175. And then to finish off the night, we got the Sparks taking on Seattle. That line's come down. I believe it was a 6 earlier this morning, down to 5 for Seattle. Total 170. What do you like in the WNBA tonight, Ramon?
I'm going to try some props. I'm going to try some props here in some of these games tonight. Let me first go to Indiana and Dallas. We know we still got Clark out. Maddie Segrist could make this lineup tonight. Her status has been improved to questionable, but she's been out for a while, so that's an upgrade in her status. That'd be big for Dallas. They keep playing well here, but I do have Aaliyah Boston over here in her rebounds prop at 8.5. It's starting to get juiced. I think the Sharps are getting on this one a little bit, but I've got Aaliyah Boston tonight as a pretty strong prop, I feel like, there for Indiana, going over in her rebounds. Also, I can't help but look at the Chicago Sky here tonight. They're missing Angel Reese. They're missing Ariel Atkins. When these 2 players have missed the game, Chicago's had their 2 worst offensive outputs of the season, going against the Golden State team that somehow, Rod, won their last 2 games by scoring a whopping 8 points in one in the fourth quarter and 9 points in the other. And they still came out on top. That's because they play good, consistent defense too. And against Chicago, which definitely has the most dysfunctional offense, I think, in the league. I'm going to go team total under here in this one. With Chicago, I think probably down now, might be down to 73.5, the way everybody's hitting it here. I'm going to go team total under there for the Sky. Golden State does have some players questionable as well, including Monique Billings and Xandalis Sini, who's been doing a good job since they've been fighting those injuries there a little bit. So I think I'll roll with those 2 plays here with you on the show.
And for me here in the WNBA tonight, first one I'm looking at here in this matchup is give me the under between the Liberty and the Sun. That thing's that it went up and it's continuing to go up. It's up to 172 in a lot of places. I just don't get this line move at all. I just don't all of a sudden see the Liberty. 3rd game, 5-night spot. Played a lot of basketball at the Liberty. And getting in a track meet with the Sun, I just don't see this at all. I don't see a track meet type game. I think this is a slower pace than, hey, less wood chop. I got the 172. We're going to take the under between the Liberty and the Sun. And then no picking on Chicago. Why can't we pick on Chicago? Would there be that? I'm kind of with Ramon. Another slow-paced, boring game. First to 60 wins that one type of game. So definitely, I don't own a Gators hat, Mr. West, because it's tough to wear a Gators hat. I don't own a Gators hat, so I can't wear a Gators hat for you. Don't see one around. Last I looked, no Gators hats in the general vicinity. And somebody in their tariffs and stuff, they want like $60, $70 for to deliver it here. So yeah, it's a little pricey. It's the cost of the hat. Another one I'm looking at here in the WNBA tonight is Dallas looked pretty good in their last couple, right? Keeping things close. It's a 4. It's almost looking like that same line it did the other day that they got the half a point cover in that last matchup. Did Dallas didn't get the win, but did cover by the half point. Some people got hooked, some people won with the hook. I like the Fever. I'll lay the 4. I think they win by 10 plus. I don't trust Dallas there at all. Congratulations, you've been playing good, but this Fever team definitely, even without Caitlin Clark, played pretty good, solid defensive basketball and played really good basketball. So I'll lay the 4 there with the Fever in that battle.
It is awkward, Rod, that the Fever keep playing, they keep winning without Clark on the court. She comes back and they maybe have a tough game or something. We're not singling her out, pointing that out or anything, but it is happening.
It is happening. Yeah, it's just what we see. We're watching these games. She comes back in. She kind of like messes up the rhythm of what they've been doing because they played more without her, I think. So they've had to adjust and roll. She needs to get back before the playoffs and needs to get the team rolling in a right rhythm with Caitlin Clark. But plugging her and playing her right at the start of the playoffs, that might be a scary bad thing for the Fever.
Yeah, and with their recent surge, right, that they are kind of moving into that group that isn't. They're still fighting for the playoffs a little bit, but they've kind of moved ahead of that 7-8 group that's battling. It feels like they can get there. If they can win without her, why not make sure she's healthy, don't rush it back and end up in the same situation?
Exactly.
Maybe I know it was the other leg, but that's what happens when you sometimes compensate for an injury.
Yeah, because you put and you do it subconsciously. It's you're playing, you know that leg's hurt, so you make sure you put a little. Your brain tells you to put a little more weight on that other foot, and that's what happens. She wants to be out there and play and give it 150%, and then you put too much weight on the other, and then that's what happens. So I think exactly they don't want to rush her back and have re-aggravation of her injury, and as we see, a whole brand new one. So definitely that's what it is. Yeah, Mr. Weskers, shipping from U.S. to Canada is absolutely mind-boggling. We're better than here. I'll meet you at the border. You toss it over. I'll toss it over from my side. Woo! All right, that wraps up the WNBA for tonight. We're going to look at the CFL game. But I'm looking at this CFL looking like it's going to be like it was a couple weeks ago. We were stuck in Regina, and they were stuck in the delay of having to deal with smoke. So in Winnipeg today, they're dealing with smoke. Forest fires up north. Definitely has pushed the smoke down into Winnipeg, and Manitoba's released a smoke advisory. Any of the high school sports that were scheduled all day today have been preempted, canceled. So there's a good chance that the CFL cancels for tonight. Hasn't been officially been canceled, but good chance there is. We'll look at the game. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of the game, we'll look at it. It's Toronto taking on Winnipeg here. We just seen this matchup, so it's the back-to-back for this one. This opened to 6.5, and then the news dropped that Collaros will not play for the Bombers in this game, and it dropped back down to 2.5, and then I see it got bet back up a little bit to the 3 here in this one. What do you think here in this one if they're able to get this game in, Ramon?
Like I said, I've been an Arbuckle guy. I know we've made fun of him a little bit. And I like him, but I just worry because Winnipeg's strong point kind of is taking skill guys out of the game. Now, Toronto definitely feel like they have more guys that can contribute offensively, but I just feel like that's still Winnipeg's strength. Despite what happened last game, I know ended up being kind of a blowout there for the for Toronto in that game, but man, they're flipping, and this is the next game back, right? And we're flipping back here to Winnipeg. Look, I wasn't going to lay 6.5. I don't even know if I want to lay 3, or is it 3.5 now at some spots, mostly 3 though. I'd say out there, this total is dropping, and probably for good reason here, I would think. So I'm on record with the Bombers here in this one. I kind of want to take Dembski, but man, Dembski's $1.65 as an anytime touchdown scorer here. I want to look to a prop on one of these guys, maybe one of my favorite guys like Oliveira. Oliveira's 84.5 on his rushing yards. Let me make that my official play here, Rod. I'm going to take Oliveira. And maybe these plays are going to be good tomorrow if that's what it takes. I mean, I'm not going to be changing my status in this game, if you will. I'm going to go with Oliveira over 84.5 rushing yards. That's what I'll do.
And for me here in this one, like I said in the video, definitely go check it out. I got all of week 9 covered for the CFL. Well, CFL week 9 coverage here at Tony's Picks, so you can check that video out. But in that video, I said that line dropped. And with Collaros out, it's tough. Strebler doesn't throw the ball a whole lot. And when he does, he's not very good. So do you really want Strebler chucking the ball? I don't know. I think this game turns into Winnipeg trying to establish that run game and run a lot. Because I know that Strebler can take the ball and hold on to it and run and take off with it. So I think they do that. You have some of those tricky runs, do some end arounds, have some of your receivers come running through the backfield, heading out the other side, do some sweeps, a whole lot of that. I think that's what you see from Winnipeg in this game tonight, because it's just like they're trying to end their losing streak. They started the year with 3 straight wins, and now they've got 3 straight losses. So you don't want to be adding to a 4th straight loss for Winnipeg, especially at home. They're perfect at home this season. Well, they did lose out. They lost 1 outright, but they at home they play such good football at home. I'm going to lead to Winnipeg, but I like the under. If this thing goes, it's at 50. Was it 51? It's down to 50.5. I see 50 in some places. I got to go with an under. I just think Winnipeg's run. I don't think this being a track meet through the air in this game. So officially for me, I would take the under in this one tonight. Especially if they even do get this thing off in a smoky type of game. Might be tough, track meet wise. And also lead the Winnipeg.
Go ahead.
Winnipeg a good start. Winnipeg going to have himself a good start here in the first half. I see it's a 2 for Winnipeg in the first half. I'll lay it like I did with Ottawa last night. In that video, I said take Ottawa in that first half, lay the 2. Same thing. I think Winnipeg comes out, even with Strebler at the helm, and at least gets the lead in the locker room. Why? Because it's just this spot that after they've had a couple losses, I believe it's 2 or more straight losses. That first half, you bet on Winnipeg. Why? Because they're 20-5 in that first half, coming back, and they're also 20-5 here versus a defense that allows almost 9 yards of play through the air. So I just think Winnipeg will have a game plan, and it's almost like those preset plays, ready to go type of thing. I think they have a lot of preset plays to kickstart this game with Strebler at the helm. So got to go with that.
Yeah, we got the great game on Saturday night, too. Go check out Rod's video. But Saskatchewan and Montreal should be good. But, Saskatchewan's got some players missing in there, too, that could make them. They've been great, but they are on the road. So that's going to be a pretty good one.
Should be a good one there, too. Yep. Tough news for Montreal. We'll see where that one goes. It's all up to BMT. No Alexander. He's going to put on the 6-day IR. So, or 5-day IR in the CFL. So he's out for at least the next 5 games on Bethel Thompson to try to get something done for Montreal. Keep him hanging around. They're off to a good start. Got some good defense in that one. So, yeah, Ross says go check out the video. I'll let you know who got that one. All right, that brings us to the player prop game in the future parlay. We leave it up to the capper to decide what he wants to give out there. So, and then he'll let you know what he's got going over Tony's Picks tonight, where we've got our money on our best bets. Quickly get the description, gets you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com. I don't know what do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go to once again the MLS Cup. Gave you that winner last night with the Galaxy over my Tijuana Cholos 5-2 there. So I'm going to look tonight to another one of my favorites here with San Diego tonight. San Diego FC, an expansion team. They are taking on Pumas, but Pumas had some trouble here getting out of Houston. Some logistical problems here. So I'm going to take San Diego here to win this one in regulation over Pumas here tonight. With San Diego FC. Current line in this game is going to be San Diego FC. I think they're actually getting a half a goal here, and I'm taking them in this one. Tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com, I do have 2 3-packs. I got one all baseball, and then I have one that has a couple of plays in it, WNBA and some tennis in there as well. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off of those premium pick packages there from me or any of the guys here at Tony's Picks. Pick up those premium picks. I'll be firing all weekend here with the action this weekend in Major League Baseball, the WNBA, including tonight with that 5-game card. So check me out there and team me up with Rod. We're here on the show, so why not? And let me get that line here. I want to make sure I got it straight here with San Diego on the 3-way. They are plus 250, and I'm gonna try that tonight. Give me San Diego tonight.
Nice. All right, for me, I'm going to go with a little 3-teamer for you in MLB. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line, the Mets on the money line, and throw in the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. A little 3-teamer for you in the MLB. And for me, over Tony's Picks, hey, light night in the MLB. I got one play, my play of the day in the MLB. I've got my CFL play of the week over there as well. And then I also have a 3-pack in the WNBA. Love the WNBA card tonight to get us paid, as they say, to start the weekend. But it is Friday, so hey, best way to go is to take advantage of that 3-day pass. Join me for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, I get some Monday in there early enough for you that 3-day pass turns into a 4-day pass. So definitely jump aboard. And better yet, take advantage. 2-for-1 capital promotion. You see 2 of us here. Pair me and Ramon up. Have yourself a big weekend together as we both start August hot and kick the bookie in the butt and help you get some winners. So jump aboard with me and Ramon. 2-for-1 capper wise. Don't forget promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off your purchases. But join me and Ramon and let's have ourselves a big weekend together. Hey, that wraps it up for Friday's slate. Appreciate everybody that tunes in here. Another Tony's Picks Happy Hour. Shout out Ron. He's normally with us. Normally it is the 3 Ramigos, but he's got an early gig. Geeking it up. I'm not sure where it is. I should have texted him and said, hey, where are you doing it up? We could send a whole pile of people over to
that'd be funny.
That would have been awesome. I wish I would have known where he was. I was just shouted him out and be like, where are you? Trying to find out where the gig is. Crash the party. But hey, that wraps it up for the Friday slate. Shout out to everybody. Any final words before we head on out, Ramon?
I'll try one tennis match here. I couldn't come up with a good one yesterday, so I'm going to go with one here in just the top of the hour. They start a few minutes after, but I'm going to go with Carolina Muchova as a dog here, plus $1.25 or better against Belinda Bencic. Bencic pretty great, we know, but I'm going to take Muchova here, playing pretty well on the money line here at plus $1.35 minimum, but I'm seeing a few books a little bit higher here. I'm going with Muchova tonight over Bencic. Yep.
Nice. For me, I'm going to look for an RBI for you. Throw one in before we head out. Just let's see. I'm just trying to see if I can grab a price. I'll bet it right here as we speak. It's your buddy. Is he the Mickey Moniak? Is he up for Colorado? I'm just trying to see if I can find a price on where he is. I think he's max one today for Colorado. I will take him. Give me Mickey Moniak to get a home run on RBI here for Colorado and the Rockies. I just want to see what the price is, and I can't find it. It's not popping up for me. It's being stubborn. But I'll take the Rockies with good. Give me Mickey Moniak to smack a home run. Take him for an RBI as well. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Friday evening. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time for the 26 Morning Show. Have yourself a wonderful Friday, everybody. Make it a good one. Give me Agassi too. I want Agassi. Love Agassi matches. Those were the days. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.